the start of this video I want to emphasize on the fact that everything said throughout the course of it is purely theoretical and not canon. The mysterious karma seal found in Gaijin, Boruto and Kawaki is considered, by far, the most intriguing mystery in the entire Naruto-verse due to its unproven origins, history, power and its terrifying relation with the Otsutsuki. Furthermore, to make things worse, it seems that a great part of the Boruto series will revolve around it, making fans more keen on knowing more about it and how does it really work. For the purpose of this video, I will not theorize the history or origins of the karma seal, but I will only focus on how powerful it actually is, since, at the moment of recording this video, the manga has only conveyed a thing or two concerning karma's true power. Thus, I will expand on the points that have been explained through the manga and theorize on a few others that I have planned. To start off, let's review what we already know, and what is confirmed, about the karma seal's power. 1. When being activated, the karma seal enhances physical strength and power, it makes the user stronger. 2. Karma seal users have the ability to absorb and release ninjutsu. Aside from these two facts, there is nothing more confirmed about the karma seal's power. Therefore, we can easily infer that there are other hidden powers within the karma seal which are not yet explored or revealed, and will be later explained in the series. I said it is easy to infer that karma has more abilities since the writers are giving the karma seal extreme importance in each and every chapter which are currently being released. In addition, we can say that the karma seal has more abilities, due to the fact that in the Kawaki vs Boruto fight, both of their karmas are heavily focused and they seem to be very relevant and symbolical to both Boruto and Kawaki. Moreover, Kawaki's goal, as stated in chapter 29, is to get to know, alongside Boruto, more about karma, for it to be removed from his body. It's obvious to assume that, through this journey, they will get to discover more about it and hence, more abilities bound to it. We can't underestimate karma's complexity. Remember, it is even bound to the Otsutsuki, the most powerful being in the Naruto universe. Karma's power potential is out our imagination. With all of this said, we can conclude that it is not far-fetched to assume that there are still more abilities bound to the karma seal which are yet to be discovered. I want to properly start off theorizing about the karma seal by saying that, in my opinion, the power that karma users get from it is divided in stages, each stage enhancing the users with more power than the one before. This a concept that has already been used in the Naruto series through Kurama's power. Well, this is also not a far-fetched theory since the writers have vaguely portrayed this through the manga and anime release of the Boruto vs Kawaki fight as well as the release of the last couple of manga chapter, but, since the manga is only black and white, there is not a two way of confirming the theory which will be further developed later on in the video. Let me explain. We all know that when the karma seal is activated and expands throughout the user's body, it has a black color. This is seen in the flash forward of the Boruto vs Kawaki fight. This is what we can call stage 1. Then, we can only see that when they are about to clash, in the same fight, both of them seem to activate karma stage 2. According to my theory, this happens when the karma seal of the user changes color. In this example, Boruto has a blue color and Kawaki a red one. Well, as we know, karma enhances the user with physical strength and the ability to absorb and release ninjutsu when used properly. What I think is that both of the abilities are the most basic karma seal perks. However, being basic does not mean that they are weak. Moreover, we can see that both Boruto and Kawaki, until the current chapter of the manga, have only been able to reach stage 1 of the karma seal since the colored cover page of chapter 29 showed Kawaki with the karma seal expanded through his arm in a black color, as you can see on the screen. Concerning stage 2, this is a more powerful power that can only be achieved through hard training and experience with the karma seal, a power that awakens purely through harsh training and which enhances even more the stage 1 abilities. We can compare karma stage 2 to Naruto's Sage Mode. In order for Naruto to activate it, he was forced to train a lot to perfect it, and will not activate even in the most deadliest situation with no training. Continuing with stage 2, we can see that Boruto and Kawaki both have different colors when activating this stage. This can symbolize the powers that each of them get when being activated. The difference in color can resemble a different power to each one. In other words, unlike in stage 1, the power granted in stage 2 is different from each of the karma seal users. Does this sound familiar? This is exactly how the Mangekyo Sharingan worked, and reusing this theme seems like a good idea since it gives the characters a personality and a different way of fighting. If all the karma seal users have the same powers, their battles will be rather dull. So, we can look forward to see Boruto and Kawaki both having a new X ability in the future. I predict that the ability granted in Stage 2 is bound to the chakra nature of the user, so we can expect a thunder technique for Boruto and as for Kawaki, a fire technique. I want to make clear the following point: since the manga is in black and white, there is no evidence that the karma seals of Boruto and Kawaki have changed color. In the case that they have, what will be wrong in this theory is assuming that Stage 2 can't only be awakened through hard training. Users may also be able to get to Stage 2 when dealing with emotional or stressful situations. It was just an speculation. I was just basing myself on the fact that Kawaki had a black karma expanded through his arm in a colored manga. Still, the difference in power from black karma to colored karma may still be valid, and the same with theorizing about each karma having its own power. Now, until this point, it's pretty obvious to understand that the power of the karma is really strong, and, if used properly, it can even be powerful enough to defeat Otsutsuki-level opponents. The third and last part of this video consists in evaluating a Stage 3 for the karma seal. This may be far-fetched, but I want to include it due to the fact that a common theme in Naruto verse consists in the future generations of shinobi surpassing the generations that was before them. As we know, there exists this debate which revolves around the idea that Boruto should surpass Naruto. In order for that to happen, I think the karma seal should have an ultimate stage which is extremely overpowered and which is really rare to achieve. In talking about the chakra mode stage, which will also be the karma seal ultimate power, I think that there is a really high chance of us seeing a chakra mode stage being manifested by both Boruto and Kawaki, since they are meant to be the next Naruto and Sasuke, and the chakra mode is always used in the Naruto verse to portray an unbelievable power, just like Naruto's Kurama Link mode and Tonari's chakra mode with the Tensegan. Regarding the abilities of this hypothetical chakra mode, we might see lightning speed, ridiculous strength, and most important of all, the user of the karma seal might get the same power of the Otsutsuki which was killed in order to get the karma seal. In the case of Boruto, he would get Momoshiki's absorption and release of ninjutsu with double the power, and more of the abilities that Momoshiki used to have but were never showcased in the series. There are many mysteries yet to be discovered in the Boruto series, one of it being the true power of the karma seal. Making theories with a limited amount of information which is currently out and confirmed makes this type of theories far-fetched, but as the series progresses I would tweak and update theories like this ones to make them more valid and credible. For instance, determining each power-up in each of the karma seal stages is pretty much making a long shot of assumption. However, I do think that the power of the karma may revolve around some of the aspect that I have discussed in this theory, and if they are proven to be correct in a couple of months' time, then you can call me a genius. I hope you have enjoyed this really long video, and if you did, please subscribe since it means a lot to me. This channel is just starting and I'm trying to do my best to grow, and at the same time, deliver to my audience good quality content, which will keep improving each time a video is out. I would also appreciate any type of feedback. Thank you very much for watching and take care.